everybody, it's Holly, and thank you for joining me on my channel, Smile by Holly. It's wonderful to have you here, and I've got a really cute and easy easel card that we're going to be making today. And look how fun this is. It has, I don't know if you can tell, so I'm going to turn it sideways, but it has a popped up little house on it, and this easel card, it lays flat, but then it has like a little stopper right here. So you can put, you know, a cute little thought or sentiment right there. And then the card is just really cute and three-dimensional. Isn't that just so fun? Now, the paper that I'm using today, and I've been having so much fun with this particular collection, it's a company called Nitwits, and they're digital files that you download and can just print and cut out all the cute embellishments. But look at how fun this is. You know, there's a little bit of spring feeling in the air. Can you guys feel it? Just a little bit? And so I wanted to make something kind of, you know, bright, happy, sunny. And look at this collection. This one's called Bumbleberry Cottage Collection. And it has, you know, this cute girl and dogs and fences and flowers and houses and, oh, everything is just so fun. And that's where I got the thought about, let's make a cute card and add a fun little house on the top. So we're going to make this exact card just so you can kind of see how to put it together. But that is the collection that I'm using, Nitwits. Okay, look them up. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I love all of their files. They are just so fun. So if you haven't played with any digital files, you should try it. Basically, you just download the file, bring it into some type of editing software. You could bring it into like Word even. I bring it into my Silhouette Studio, and you know, you're just cutting out the different elements. So no, you don't need a cutting machine to use digital files, which is so wonderful. Anyway, that's what we're using today. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I just love this. So we'll move our card over. So for the base of your 5x7 card, you want to just cut down a regular standard piece of cardstock to 10x7, okay? Now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and on the 10-inch side, you just need to make two score lines. One is at 2.5, and one is at 5. Simple, right? We're done with the scoring. So now let's go ahead and fold and burnish that, and you can kind of see how this card takes shape. So this basic easel card, you could make it be a horizontal easel card and have your stopper right there, so it's kind of like that. But today we're making a vertical easel card, so it is like that. Now, with the strip of paper that you had left over when you cut down your cardstock, go ahead and use that. We're going to use all of our scraps. And you just want to get a strip of paper that is 1 inch by 2. And you want 2 of these. This is going to make the little pop-up mechanism. So 1 inch by 2 inches. And good. Okay. Now, for our top part and our inside, let's do our inside first. And let me kind of show you what I've done. Like I said, I'm using the digital file. So I just went and printed out the little sheets of paper the size that I needed, so I could get everything pretty much on one sheet. So I downloaded these, brought them in, and the inside and the front part, these two pieces are going to measure 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. This will lay just really nicely on the inside of your card and the top with that cute, you know, 1/16 of an inch border. I just love to leave just a little bit of white or a little bit of your cardstock showing. Let's go ahead and layer this on the inside of our card. And once again, it's just slightly smaller so you have that border. Okay, I'm just going to add some adhesive here. And this is going to layer on just on the inside. Okay, now for this top piece, we are just going to cut that in half. And what I did is I just folded it in half so I would have two exact pieces. So let's bring our card in. Now before we lay these down, and once again, I've made it so there's just a little tiny bit of a border around the entire little scene. But before we do that, I've gone ahead and I've cut out this house. I want to figure out where I want that house. And then I'm just going to, let's see, the middle is about right here. I'm just going to make a little mark there. So now this is where we bring in our two little pieces that were 1 by 2. Our two little pieces. Just go ahead and fold them in half, or if you would prefer, score them in half. Fold them in half, and this is what's going to make kind of our little pop-up mechanism. So there's our two little pieces. Now what we want to do, go ahead and put adhesive on just one of the sides. Okay, I've got adhesive on just one of both of these sides, and where I made my little spot where I wanted the middle of the house to be, I'm just going to lay this down so the pointed part meets right up here to this line. Okay, I'm just going to lay that down. Once again, there's already adhesive on it. And we'll push that down. And then bring on our other part. This has the adhesive on it. Right where the pointed part is, that's going to go up against our score line. And we'll push that down good. Okay, so now we have these two little flaps. Can you see that? Okay, so now we can go ahead and lay down our base papers for the front. But we're going to keep these two little pop-up flaps up. Okay, don't tuck them down. Make sure they're up so when you lay your base down, they are actually poking up through your design. Does that make sense? So it's like that. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and lay our papers down. And once again, I'm going to keep those little flaps up and layer it down so there's just that nice border all the way around. So have you guys used digital files before? I know that this company, this Nitwit company, that's such a funny name, isn't it, is going to be putting out a tutorial on how to use digital files, how to size them, how to print them, how to download them. So as soon as they put that out, I think it would be just great, valuable information. I will let you guys know so that, you know, if you're curious about how to work with digital files, they would be a great resource. So, okay, so now we have our two flaps up with our cute design. So before I put my house on, and what we're going to do is just add adhesive onto the top of this and put our house there. And you see how that just kind of pops it up. Oh, I love it. Before I do that, I love to make dimensional objects. So let me bring in some of my things. Once again, to save time, I've printed some things out and I've added some pop-up dots. I like to just make it a little bit 3D-ish. So I've cut the rooftop out, so we'll put that on. And that's just one layer. You know, you could go crazy and add a bunch, but I'm just going real simple. So now let's go ahead and put some adhesive onto the top of our little flaps. And we're going to center our house and just lay that right down. Okay, oh yeah, so do you see that? That is so cute. It just pops that house right up. Now I'm going to add a few more dimensional objects. I've got this cute butterfly that came with the collection. We'll add her up there in the clouds. And I think we're going to add a little 3D flower here. And then for our stopper, do you see I just made a rectangle piece. You could use anything for this stopper, but I've just cut out a piece of rectangle paper. And like I say, you could do this any size. There's nothing special to the size on this. But this is what's going to stop our paper. So let's see, you can decide where to put it. There's no magic place. I like to kind of push it up and then layer my paper down. I think we'll put it about right there. By laying that down, the paper then actually catches on it and stops. Isn't that just so fun? I've just cut out a simple sentiment, let's hang out. I'm gonna add that, and I popped all these things out. I've also cut out this cute little girl. I think we'll put her on, and then I popped her up to do a little bit more dimension. I would have to say that making things 3D is one of my very most favorite things to do. I've always been fascinated with 3D like cards and paper crafts, and oh yeah, look how cute that is. That just adds a little bit having that cute girl there. And I think I'll move this word here a little bit closer to her. There we go. So it's got the cute little girl that says let's hang out, and then that just hooks right there. And you see how it lays flat? So that's perfect, and then you open it up and it just hooks right there. We're just gonna do a few little extras. I've got some of these flowers from Hobby Lobby. What are these? These are by Paper Studio. Look how cute they are. They've got a little wooden dot in the center, but they're all sparkly and beautiful, and love it, love it, love it. Find my glue. Just gonna add a few little dimensional flowers on here. And then I thought it would be fun to take some stickles. This is Stardust. This is my favorite out of all the stickles. It's kind of a glitter white. But let's just add some stickles on here. Oops, came out too fast. If I would have had some tinier flowers, it would have been fun to add teeny tiny flowers into the windowsills here. So that would have been really cute. But for just another added effect, we're just gonna add some of this Stickles glitter. Okay. So bring in both of our cards, pretty much the same. A few things, you know, were a tiny bit different. But look how cute that is. Isn't that a stinking cute card? Now you could certainly write a cute sentiment or thought right here. Once again, it lays flat, and then it just hooks right there. Let's show you the top part one last time. And so that's what it looks like up on end. So anyway, I hope that was an easy card for you to put together in a flash. But thank you so much for joining me. Get excited for spring because yes, it is just around the corner. So anyway, have a fun crafting day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.